Hi guys, welcome to Cat's Christian Life. So if you are new here, thank you so much for tapping on this video. Please do hit that thumbs up and the subscribe button to see more of my videos. You can also check out my other playlists in the YouTube channel thing, my home screen. And I really do have a lot of videos there from last year as well. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for continuing to watch the videos. And also, guys, Happy New Year. This is my first video of 2026. So happy New Year. I hope you have a nice New Year. I hope you have a full New Year's resolutions list. Like, I hope you're just having a nice time, really. This is just 2026 is going to be that year, and I just know it. Like, we always say that for every year, but I feel like every year actually does, like, get that status of being that year. A year can always be fun, you know? And I feel like 2026 is going to be very fun. It's going to be very nice. Okay, so a young update on my life since it's a new year. I am in third year now, and I haven't gone back to school because university start in Feb, so I haven't gone back to school. But I passed everything last year, and that's really what matters. If you passed everything, guys, from last year, comment down below with that emoji with the, it's blowing confetti, that happy birthday emoji, and let's just celebrate together, guys. Because well done. Also, if you passed, if you're in uni, if you're going to uni, well done to those matriculants that made it. I hope you're studying what you want to study, and I hope you have a fun time. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so it's the time to be making New Year's resolutions, and I have one that is very important to me, and that is learning to be consistent. I want to be consistent with all my projects and the things that I'm doing now in 2026 because I usually have this fire that burns inside when I want to start something, when I have an idea, and I will do it so nice in the beginning. In the first 2 weeks, the first 3 days, I will go so well. And then when it comes to a month long, the long term plan is like literally gone and it's not working out anymore because I've learned that success does not come in the comfort zone. When you are busy being comforted and doing what you want to do, and you're living without doing difficult things, you can't be successful that way because you're not trying anything new, you're not pushing yourself anywhere. Being successful is about working past doing all those difficult things so that you can actually get to the part where you'll get to enjoy having seen your achievement come out and you know that you worked hard. And so I just want to learn to be consistent with all the things happening in my life, right? So that is really what we're going to be talking about today. And so procrastination and lack of consistency is a form of disobedience to God. And this is the real reason why I seriously want to change this thing because it holds you back and it's not what God intended for us. I just know that. And so let's look at Proverbs 24, verse 30 to 34. It says, I went past the field of a sluggard, past the vineyard of someone who has no sense. Thorns had come up everywhere. The ground was covered with weeds, and the stone wall was in ruins. I applied my heart to what I observed and learned a lesson from what I saw. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man. So, this person is walking past a field, a vineyard that used to belong to someone, or maybe they still live on it, but it's in ruins. There's thorns growing. They haven't been harvesting. There's nothing for them to, get or to reap from this garden or this vineyard because they haven't done the upkeep. So they built, because in order for there to be ruins, you have to have built something. Something they built came down and they let it come down. They stopped their project. They didn't look after this vineyard. They didn't wait to get to a point where they have so many grapes that they can be selling to Pick and Pay and Woolworths. They can be making wine and making money. They didn't go that far. They had this zest and zeal when they started up, and then they let it all go down in ruins. And so he's saying a little sleep and a little slumber. Hey, guys, this verse gets me because a little sleep, a little slumber. The moment that you rest from this project, the moment you are inconsistent with what you are doing, and poverty is creeping in like a thief, scarcity will come in like an armed man. You will now be under this pressure because you haven't fulfilled the actual mission that God has given you. You only saw the beginning. and then decided to stop there. So being consistent is not easy. It's not something that you can do like with your whole life. You just change in one day. It's not something like that. But I'm going to give you about 3 tips on how to be consistent. So, tip number 1 is do a little bit every day. I remember a while ago someone told me a saying that says, "How do you eat an elephant?" And it says, "One bite at a time." Imagine the amount of meat on an elephant, and I'm sure the meat of an elephant is so tough, but like, okay, I'm off railing. But so imagine that an elephant is this big, big animal. Imagine your big, big project. You can't just decide, I'm going to do everything at once, right? You can only go one bite at a time because you're also a human. If you burn out, that can lead to you procrastinating some other things. It can lead to you being inconsistent with things in your life because you're so used to putting all your energy in that one spot and then it's all gone. It's like if you run a long distance race, you're not going to start off sprinting. Those people who start off sprinting, you have 3 rounds to go. If you're sprinting in the beginning, you know you're going to be tired when it's actually time for you to sprint at the end. If you sprint at the end, you will win because you're starting now fast, fast, little by little, you're doing your thing. And then when it's you and that person together, then you like sprint ahead of them and that's how you win, right? So how do you eat an elephant? You do these things bite by bite, bite by bite. So in learning to be consistent, we must remember to do a little bit every day. You don't have to change everything. You don't have to decide, I'm going to exercise every day. I'm going to practice this every day because now you're stacking things up too much. You won't actually get there where you want to go. So let's look at Joshua 6. And this is where God tells the army to go and they take over Jericho. He gives Jericho into their hands. I talked about this in the last video as well. So please do go watch that if you want to hear more about the story and what we talked about last time. But yeah, so they have to walk around the walls of Jericho, these high walls, quietly for 6 nights. Quietly walking around the walls of Jericho, right? And these people, they didn't complain. They heard the thing that God said. And even though it sounds like that's not the way that you can win a battle, they knew God had it. They were obedient. They walked 6 days quietly, quietly, quietly. On the seventh day is when they blew the trumpets. And that's when the walls of Jericho came down. So they didn't do 7 rounds in one night. They did 1 round a day for 7 days. And that's when they actually got to the victory, to the achievement that they wanted. So in tip number 1, do a little bit every day. That's how you learn anything with the projects. Do a little bit every day. And that is actually how you get to learn to be consistent because you don't have to do one thing perfectly every day. If you just do a bit of the few things you want to start, then you will actually get to building that habit, right? So then, number 2, don't be influenced by distractions, right? So you have to make decisions that are not influenced by other people. And in that way, you'll be able to define who you truly are and to define your own beliefs. And why am I talking about this? Because it's easy for someone to say, when you make those jokes of like, hi, yeah, you're going to let go of that after January, especially when you make like a New Year's resolution and you're like, I want to exercise every day. And then someone is making jokes about, oh, yeah, you're going to stop after January. You know, you're letting go after January. It will be easy to let go of these things when there's other distractions that come. Say, if you want to learn dancing or an instrument, other people might say, oh, you're too old to start learning that instrument. You're too old to start dancing. Don't worry about that stuff. Don't worry about that stuff. Other people might tell you, we never have time. That is a big thing that we always complain about nowadays as humans. Not having time is the number one thing. And we complain about it together. I'm also one of those people where you're like, yo, I don't have time. I don't have time. If you really want to do something, you will make time for it. Think about the time you make for your phone, the time you make for Instagram, YouTube. You make time. When you look at your screen time of every day, your average screen time, if it says 2 to 3 hours, 4 to 7 hours every day, then you know that you make time to be on that phone. That time can be used doing other things you would like to be consistent in. So, in this, not being influenced by those distractions. It's about number 1, not being scared to learn a new thing just because you feel too old or you feel like you've passed the time. Don't be scared of taking upon new hobbies or keeping your hobbies, even if other people think it's childish or you're doing the wrong thing in that time. Mm-mm. And then number two, don't complain with others. Just don't be influenced by those distractions. Don't complain about your time. You know how you can sort things out to make sure that you do things how you want to do them every single day. And another distraction can be feeling like once you've fallen off the wagon, like once you miss a day of exercising or miss a day of practicing, then you feel like, oh, I'm a failure now. Mm-mm, you're not. We're doing one step at a time, one bite, one bite, one bite. Don't measure yourself about not doing things perfectly. Remember, it's not about being showing up perfect every day. It's about showing up every day. At some point, once you are done practicing and practicing, you will eventually build that bone to be consistent. You will build that thing to be perfect in that skill. It will come. And then number three, the last tip is learn how to do things for you. So if you think about it, right, school is hard, but you don't just drop out in grade 7. You don't just drop out in grade 11. You see school till it is done. You go until matric to get that degree, right? Why are you now not able to do those things in your own life? Why don't you do the project until it is done, even though it is hard? You must learn how to, love yourself and be willing to do things for you. Because if you think about it, if someone asks you to do something, someone asks you for help with something, we are always so like ready to do it and to make this thing so perfect, make this project so full. But when it comes to an idea or something we do for ourselves, it is hard to carry it out until it is fully done. And so you can't always give up when it's time to do those things for you, when it's time for you to achieve new things. Don't be giving up on yourself. You have to learn how to do those things for you. Be willing to finish those missions for you. The reason God has placed that thing in your heart is because He knew it would mean something to you. And you know that when you are being inconsistent, when you are procrastinating, it usually brings that feeling inside of you that's like, oh, I'm letting myself down. Don't get so used to letting yourself down, guys. Like, let's do these things, even though they are hard. If they are going to bring those new blessings into your life, make sure that you see them until they are complete, right? So that is all I have about being consistent. Truly, this was a lesson for me as well. If this resonated with you, please do hit that thumbs up and support. Please look at the other videos as well. And please leave a comment down below. What is one of your New Year's resolutions that you are willing to share? If it is also learning to be consistent, let us know how you are learning to do that. If it is something you have already started up, but yeah, don't be scared to take on that journey of taking up new things, learning new things. It's not that hard. I know it is very hard, but it's not so hard that it's impossible. If you know you can do it, even if you do it little by little, if someone is going ahead of you, it's okay. You need to focus on your little improvements because that is what matters. You're in your own journey, in your own life, doing your own routes. So you must do it how you know you can. Okay. So thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I will be posting probably again next week. So please do watch out. Please hit that notifications button if you know you're going to forget. So yeah, you can also check out my Instagram at Cats Christian Life. There I just post some lifestyle content, some like blogs and stuff like that. So please do check that out if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.